Hi guys, my name is Priscilla, and today I want to show you a little bit of my perception about how to get the job that you want and how to make friendships and how to get the friends that you want. I came in US as an au pair and I earned very little money, but I learned. I learned a lot, and it was a completely necessary part of my journey. So then I realized after I got off of the au pair program that I could be making money. I could be making a lot of money, like literally double of how much I was making before. But I thought a little bit that I was delusional. Perhaps I'm delusional, perhaps I can't really make that. It's like I trust myself, I trust that I could be making more, but at the same time I was like, maybe not, maybe I can't. So that's the importance of having friends, right? Because you see how they're doing, and that kind of gives you another perspective, and like, oh, if they're doing good and if they can do that, I can do too. So I had this friend that she was making way more money, and then when I heard about it, I'm like, wow, okay, if she did it, I can do it too. So I decided to write down every single benefits that I want in a family. I wrote down, because I worked as an au pair, I was taking care of kids, and I decided I love kids. I love them so much, and it's like I'm very passionate about my job. So I wrote down every single thing, how much I wanted to earn. I wrote down what's the benefits I wanted, that I had like a great relationship with the family. So I literally wrote like this: I am so grateful now that I earn da da da. I am so grateful now that I work this many hours a week. And I'm so grateful now that I have my job. And I was going to work every single day and repeating this like a music to myself every single day. And you know what? A month after, actually 1 day after I asked to leave my job, the second day, 2 days after, I got an interview and I got the job, and I was literally earning double. I would never imagine that I would make that much money. So that blew my mind. And honestly, I'm gonna tell you the reason why I got that job. All those little things that makes, it's like I don't really believe that things happen for no reason, right? There were so many reasons why I got that job, and I want to share with you today. One of them was that I always exceeded the expectations. So if the family that I was working for, they asked me to be responsible for the kid and or the kids things, all of that, I would only do that. If I saw something that I could be helpful with, I would be doing that also, because I knew how much they're struggling to keep the house together and to keep everything together in their life. So I would always help more. So I feel like it is very important to, that's the difference between a good person, a good employee, and a great and exceptional employee, is that when they seek for more things, how they can help you. And not they're gonna be like, oh, if I'm done with work, I'm gonna sit on the couch and scroll through my phone. No. If I absolutely have nothing else to do, then I will maybe do that. But that's not the case, because if you look, you're always gonna find it. And trust me, that's so rewarding. In the future, that's gonna get back to you. I think another thing that's very important is to build a very strong network and never burn bridges. That's like, should be common sense for everyone, because I really believe that every single thing that you do, absolutely every single thing that you do, affects people indirectly. It affects you indirectly. If you do an harm for yourself, you're gonna harm someone else indirectly. If you harm someone else, you're gonna harm yourself indirectly. It doesn't really the consequences doesn't really show right away, but it does take time, but it does come to you. And I feel like when you do the best that you can to help someone and not even looking for anything in return right away, because seriously, every single thing that you do good, it comes back to you twice as good. It's on the Bible. Read it. And that's in every single thing. I have like a million of examples that I could give to you, how many families connected me through other people that literally made a Facebook post and said, are you looking for a babysitter? So that this family actually, like, she was making a propaganda for me. I didn't even ask, just because she really, really liked my job. And I think that's very important. I think this is such a good example, because I'm a nanny and not a lot of people feel that well. I don't have that position. That's such a high position that a person would like, wow, look at her, she's a businesswoman. No, I feel like if I can do this by being a nanny, you can do that in whatever position you're in. Do what you do the best way that you can do. Don't be a mediocre person. No one likes warm people. It doesn't take you anywhere. I feel like it's way worse to be in a fence and do your job every single day the same way and not really helping and not really doing a good enough job and just being in there just because you want your paycheck. By the end of it, I feel like do it well or don't do it at all, because being in the middle, it drags you and it drowns you slowly. I think another thing that's very important is to maintain a clean and polished appearance. And that goes from the inside out. It's to taking care of your diet, eating well, eat things that nourish your body, not only for a momentary pleasure. I know that's so hard, but do it for yourself. That's gonna glow from inside out, and people's gonna see that, and they're gonna see, wow, she respects herself, she respects her body. And I'm not gonna mess really with a person like that. And honestly, I feel like the way a person perceives you when you first meet them, your appearance kind of reflects how you're inside of your head. Just take a moment to think about that. So when you're sad, you don't really feel like putting a great outfit, and you don't really feel like, I don't know, look happy. You don't really look happy because you're not feeling well, and it's like come out and show in a way that you don't really want. Perhaps you're feeling so happy, but the way you're showing up in the world, it's not accurate, it's not congruent with what you're actually feeling. So, and if people do pick up on that, and that's very, very important. Another thing is respect yourself by setting boundaries. Boundaries are very important, especially for work. Don't only get a job just because you don't have another option. Or, I know it's hard, it's easy to say that right now, right? But think very well what situations you put yourself in. Not only for money, because you're not gonna perform well. You're not gonna be fully in there if you don't enjoy it. And you're just gonna bring more misery for yourself. And be very, very aligned with your values and what you want and what you have to bring to the table. Because when you know that, when you're aligned with that, you can be way, way, way more whole. And I feel like our body and our minds perceives the way we show up to. And if we're putting yourself in a situation like that, in a job like that, you're not really respecting yourself, and you're not really respecting the job, the position, because you're only thinking about money. Another thing that I think it's very important is learning how to let go, because most of the times we obsess over something that we really, really want, and we don't give time for things to happen. And in this earth, we do. Every single thing needs their own time to happen. It's not instantly. It's not like snap your finger and things happens. That's not how the law is. It doesn't work like that. Think about it when you order food at a restaurant. So you say, oh, I want this, and you tell the waitress or the waiter, they're gonna go and start your order. And if you keep calling that person all the time, oh, hey, never mind, I think I changed my mind, I want something else, what do you think it's gonna happen? Your order will delay. So if you keep changing your goals, and if you keep changing your mind all the time about things, you don't give time for the thing that you want to happen to actually happen, because you keep changing it. So please, every time, if you want to manifest something in your life, you need to have it very clear what you want, what color, how much, in how many years, and how long you want that thing to happen, because you need to be specific. Otherwise, you're gonna keep changing it. And nature, the universe, God do not understand that abstract. And letting go of control too, because perhaps you're so obsessed over something that you think it's gonna be the best for you, that you don't let God deliver to you even better, because you're so obsessed over something. I really hope this video helped you, and please leave in the comments, what do you think it is? What type of perception do you have that shaped you and brought you far in your life? Comment below, I want to know.